Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Travis back again here at Big Boy Toy Reviews. This time we are taking a look at Variable Action Heroes Monkey D. Luffy. This is a new product line that I recently got familiarized with. Um, and it looks like I don't know if this is I don't know if this is a new line or not. It's distributed by Mega House. So that is a big line. So I'm not quite sure. But um, this is obviously Monkey D. Luffy from One Piece. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at it. First, let's take a look at the box here. Get him out the way really quick. The box is relatively tall. It's a pretty tall figure in general, so um, the way that my camera is set up, I can't really get the entire box in the shot, but it it's a relatively tall box. You got let's see if I can kind of get some kind of thing going on here with the box here. So we got this is the front of the box. Obviously, it has the character there. We got the little pirate symbol on the inside of the box. We got the back of the box here with some product shots. Nothing really here on that side because it's part of the window. We got Variable Action Heroes there at the top, and then we got some Japanese. Another product shot there on the bottom. So that's pretty much it for the box. We got the actual character here. And as usual, let's go ahead and get started with accessories. I'll go ahead and just leave him there. He comes with not a whole lot of accessories, but it's a decent amount. For the price, though, it's a little odd to me that he doesn't come with more. And when you see what I'm talking about, he is missing something. He's missing something that he should have that is pretty much key to this character in general. But as far as accessories, he comes with a couple of hands. He comes with two pair of open palm hands like this. Let's see if I can get an actual focus there on the hand. Yeah, there we go. It's supposed to be like just an open hand to hold his hat, or kind of hold his hat. So he has two of those. Then he has a an open hand that kind of looks like a karate chopping or like a pose hand or some kind of posing hand. Style posing hand, I should say. That's pretty much it for the hands. So that's it for hands. Then he comes with a hat. He comes with his straw hat. The hat is a little big to me, and it's because of the route they decided to go with how the hat actually goes on his head. It looks a little big to me, but it's okay. I guess when you actually see it on the character, it's not too bad, but it's a little big. Then he has that same hat, but with the string there to kind of go around his neck. This one looks a little bit bigger, or I mean, the one that actually goes on his head looks a little bit bigger than this one to me as far as the top. So that's all I said. I don't really think that the route that they went was the best way, but like I said, it works kind of, sort of. Then he comes with two faces, or two extra faces. He has this face. This is actually the face that he came with in the box. They're done really nicely. Nice sculpting, nice detail. Really nice detail in the face. You got the little scar there under his eye. You got some detail there over his eyebrows, so that's really nice. Then we have a like a yelling face, and that one's done really well too, with the sculpting of the veins in the forehead, and his mouth is done really nicely. Then of course it's the other head. This is one of the other heads that came in the box of him smiling. So that is pretty much it for the faces. Then he comes with an alternate headpiece. This is the piece that is used to put his hat on, and he comes with an extra piece for his bangs or whatever. That's also for the hat, and I'll show you how that works here in a second. And that's pretty much it. That's all he comes with. Considering that he was about $70, so I think that's a little skimpy as far as the accessories, but it is what it is. It's a nice figure, done mostly well as far as sculpting is concerned. It is definitely top notch. It's up there with the best of action figure lines like Figma and Bandai at most of the time. But he has a couple of things that are a little questionable to me. One of them is obvious. There, it's way to me. His arms are constantly on constantly flared out. He can't really get it close to his chest or to his waist. So it seems kind of odd to me. Now, as far as like I said, as far as like the sculpting and stuff, everything is done really nicely. The scar on his chest is done really nicely. It does go all the way through, so when you are trying to pose him, the scar is always there. You do get a little gapping there, but it's not that big a deal. The shirt is a really soft, really soft plastic, really pliable, so that doesn't really get in the way. The same thing with the belt. It's not as soft as the shirt, but it is soft enough to get out of the way. The pants are done really nicely. I like the detailing in the fringe or the roughness there at the bottom, and then there's little sandals and got little toes that are sculpted out there. So yeah, I mean it's got nice shading there in the shirt also. A little shading in the actual pants, the sculpting and everything of the wrinkles are really nice. So as far as that is concerned, it's excellent. But I just think it's a little odd with the shoulders. As far as articulation, he has really good articulation. He can look up a little bit, not a whole lot. And it doesn't really look like he can do it at all from how it looks in the camera, but he can look up a little bit. He can look down a little bit with just the neck joint, or not the neck joint, the head joint. If you get the neck involved, he can look it down. He can look down a little bit more. More than parallel there on the shoulder or the arm. He does have butterfly joint there. Or actually, I don't know if you can really call it a butterfly joint. It's just a little cup that covers up the ball joint. So I don't know if you can really call it a butterfly joint, but it works well. He does have a swivel at the shoulder for a bicep swivel. It doesn't swivel at the elbow, but that's okay. We get about a little bit. We're basically 90 degrees here at the elbow. He has a shoulder peg and shoulder hinge wrist. Allows him to get some nice movement there. As far as the chest I was showing you earlier, it's cut out there at the upper chest. So you do get some side to side action going there. You can get him to go back a little bit. Like I said, you do get a little gapping, but he doesn't really hold it, so it's a little restricted. As far as the waist, he can't really get much of an ab crunch even with the waist. So that's a small issue, but I mean, it's okay. I do like the shading in the abs though. That's really nice. And he does have some twisting at the waist, so he can twist a little bit at the waist. This is a floating piece, so that doesn't get in the way. He can get a nice kick there at the on the legs there. He does have an upper thigh swivel. I like the way that that joint is there, so it does allow for a good range of motion there. His crotch piece here is a soft piece, which allows it to get that much range of motion there. Only 90 degrees on the knee, which is a little odd to me considering that it's a double joint and you don't really get to use it to its fullest extent, because this is a hard piece here. His shorts are hard, so it's not going to go past that point. He does get some upward action there at the ankle, some downward action. He has a toe hinge there, and he does have a nice ankle tilt. So mostly good articulation, not bad at all. Definitely acceptable. As far as the heads are concerned, you can pop the head off, put on this extra head with the hat. Hey guys, sorry about that weird transition in the video there. I was having some issues with some editing, so I had to kind of give a cut there. But anyway, you just pop on this new head that has the peg in it. You can use any face in the box, and then he has this extra bang piece specific for this particular pose that you might be trying to do with the hat. Then of course it has the peg there, and the peg is keyed for the hat. So once you get it on there, it fits on there nice and tight. Like I was saying earlier, my biggest issue is that I feel like the hat looks a little big for the actual, as far as scaling with the actual figure itself. I think if they had used a different head sculpt, just made a whole new head sculpt with the hat already attached, they would have been able to pull this off a little bit better. It's not the worst thing in the world, but I think they could have went a different route with this. But other than that, it comes with another hat. You just pop that head off, and you just drape it around the shoulders there, and that string is a soft plastic, so you shouldn't have any problem getting that around his shoulders or around his neck. Then you just pop a new head, and bam, you're good to go with that. But the biggest issue with this figure is that it comes with it doesn't come with any gum parts. He's supposed to in anime, he stretches his arms, he can make his hands big, he has all these special moves that he can do, but there's no way to simulate that in this figure. And I'm thinking for $70, you definitely should get more stuff in the box. So that's my biggest issue with this. But either way, guys, comment, like, and subscribe. I do recommend this guy, so if you can, get him. Stay safe, keep collecting, and peace out.